We're once again in New York City for an unveiling, and this time the all-new 2015 Mustang. So strap yourselves in. It's time for Motor Money. All right, John, we're back in New York, and behind us is the much-awaited all-new 2015 Mustang, the 50th anniversary Mustang. So you've seen a couple of the models here. Give us your first impression.
Well, clearly, in terms of what the thing looks like, both inside and outside, it's a Mustang. You know, it's a car you could see half a mile away and you'd know it's a Mustang. Even if you've never seen the new one before, it's an evolutionary design. And we've talked to a few of the folks behind the design, and it's clear what they were thinking. They had to deliver. This car is going global. It's going around the world, and they wanted to deliver the Mustang, not a globalized Mustang, but the Mustang with its strong American accent as people know it, in a new package, a revised package, an updated package, a higher tech package, from the looks of the interior, a more comfortable, nicer package, but still very much a Mustang, still very much this sort of sophisticated aggression that Mustang fans love. We've heard from executives all the way up to Ford CEO Alan Mulally today about how there are Mustang fans all over the world, and now Ford's going to bring them the car. And so, you know, the Mustang done with the global market in mind, certainly from a technical perspective, from an engineering perspective. There's a new turbo 4-cylinder available that will get better fuel economy in a model below the GT and so forth. But at the same time, it's got the Mustangness. So my impression is they really hit that spot. It really looks like that's what they set out to do, and they appear to have succeeded. It's an exciting car.
Yeah, so 50th anniversary, a lot of pressure on. You think they hit it?
I think they did hit it. I think this is, you know, anytime a model like this comes out, you hear about it online, the naysayers, it's just a two-door Fusion, I'll never buy one. And then 6 months later, that guy's on the waiting list at his dealer. You know, it's just the way it goes. You got to see this thing in person. The pictures make it look good, but when you see it up close and in person, you see that it's lower than the current car, it's wider than the current car, it's more sophisticated in some ways, but it's still very much a Mustang. It still reads as a Mustang. It still has that impression. Especially the GTs. They look really strong. Strong design. I think they've really hit it with this.
And you mentioned this is a global brand. It was a global rollout today, not only in the U.S., New York, Spain, Australia,
Barcelona, I think they said Sydney, and Shanghai as well as several spots in the United States. So yeah, it's been rolled out over the course of today, December 5th, all around the world. So,
and we were lucky enough to have a special guest here today.
Yeah, he found us, Ford CEO Alan Mulally, and here's what he told us. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you doing? Good?
I'm doing well. Can you answer a question for me?
You know we love you.
I'm glad.
You are.
Well, we obviously love you and
understand
your crew
the
too.
Program. This is the all-time proof point about the One Ford plan, isn't it?
Yes.
Left-hand drive, right-hand drive, going worldwide.
Yep. So one of the things I hear Bill Ford talk about a lot is how the Mustang is, I mean, it's not your biggest seller. It's not the most profitable product, but it's this big symbol inside the company. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, what's neat about today is 50 years ago, Ford introduced the Mustang at the World's Fair. And at the time, it was a revolution in the automobile industry, as you know, because it was the first time that we had, or the customers had a sports car that had 2 seats in the back, also had a trunk that was useful, and it had all of the neatness of a sports car, but it was also affordable, because it was Henry Ford's original vision that, you know, we are accelerating, open up the highways to all mankind. So there are 300 Mustang clubs around the world, 300. 60 of them are outside the United States, and they have lived to get the Mustang, okay? So here's the One Ford plan, from the Fiesta all the way up to the F-Series, complete family, best in class, and now comes the new Mustang. Designed an American icon, but to support the global passion for that American icon. So right out of the box, left-hand drive, right-hand drive, standards around the world. So you can see why everybody around the world is so excited to get this. And it's absolutely the manifestation of the One Ford plan. That's why it's such a big deal.
All right, that was the CEO, but now we're going to get down to some other people who had a whole lot to do with this car. And first of all, the designer.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Moray Callum, who is Ford's chief designer, newly appointed chief designer, about the challenges of redesigning an icon. The Mustang is going global.
Yeah.
How do you design a global car with a strong American accent? What's the
Well, I think the
mindset
secret
going
with the
into
Mustang is you don't design a global car, you design a Mustang first and foremost. Because we talk to the people that want Mustang, that there's over 60 clubs outside of the US Mustang clubs, and you talk to them, they just say don't change it. We want. I mean, it's the same way as Porsche doesn't make the 911 American when it comes to America. People want it as a German car, so that people that want Mustang want an American car.
All right, so that was the designer, but for you gearheads, we were also able to talk to the chief engineer on this project.
Right, Dave Parasak was chief engineer of the team, chief of the team that redesigned the Ford Mustang. And we talked to him about how the new Mustang, which used to be really just an American product, how it fits into the modern Ford global product plan, the One Ford plan. So the Mustang has always kind of been its own thing in terms of Ford's global product plan, in terms of platforms and so forth. Is this an evolution of the old Mustang platform, or is it something completely new?
No, it's actually all new. It started out as an evolution, but as we developed the product and as we matured our plans, it actually became an all new. So it is a unique platform, and it's all new for 2015.
Is this going to stay unique? Does it have aspects that are shared with other Ford models and so forth in terms of manufacturing, in terms of rolling it out around the world?
No, right now we plan on this thing unique. We did study putting the Mustang on one of our existing platforms that we use globally. The compromises would have been too much and wouldn't have allowed us to do what we need to do. So senior leadership and everyone agreed that we needed to stay unique on this platform. So even for the future, I see this as being unique.
All right, John, let's have a little fun now. There was such anticipation for this rollout of the 50th anniversary. Some magazines put what they thought it might look like up there, and we kind of checked in here on the phone to see how close were they really.
Yeah, we're looking, you'll see it on your screen, the picture Car and Driver put out not long ago, the title, "This is almost certainly the 2015 Ford Mustang." Their picture looks like a Mustang. The Mustang behind us and the coupe that we saw earlier, they look like a Mustang. Ford calls the coupe the fastback now, by the way. But in comparison, there are quite a few things they didn't quite get right. This car that we're looking at on Car and Driver's site has a high upright tail and a relatively slab-sloped rear. As you can see on the car behind us, the tail dips down considerably. The lights are canted at an angle. A number of other detail changes. The nose is different. The nose is more dramatic on the actual car. In fact, the biggest impression with the actual car is just how low and wide it is. It may not come across in some of the pictures, but we saw one earlier that was parked next to a current 2014 Mustang, and the difference is quite striking. We have a still photo of that we can show you. It's really dramatic. It's quite a bit lower. It's quite a bit wider. It looks like it's sort of melted and settled out a little almost. It's a dramatic change in person.
All right, John, thank you very much. Folks, we're out of gas, so this show is over. We were thrilled to bring you the launch of the 2015 Mustang here from New York City. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.